Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. Today's daily is to cast 20 blue or red spells, nice and easy, and we're going to try this is a Izzet Dragons deck, obviously from Power Dragon, just puts out a lot of consistently decent decks, so it's like, why not? But the big thing about this deck is that it is ready for rotation. No card in this deck becomes unplayable in standard once rotation comes. So, yeah, let's give it a look. Burst Lightning for some removal. Let's do this, actually. Burst Lightning for some removal. Ghost Vacuum is in here if you're playing, more so if you're playing in like high-level ranked, or if you, because its whole purpose is to kind of counter people that have graveyard manipulation stuff. So if you're playing mainly mainly quick play and you're not really seeing that often, this could be replaced with something. I just don't know what. Maybe another dragon, maybe some more copies of other stuff. But I have it in here because, you know, sometimes we do see that. We do see some graveyard manipulation even in quick play. Anyway, Dispelling Exhale for some countering. What is it? Counter target spell unless the controller pays 2. If a dragon was beheld, counter that spell unless its controller pays 4. We're typically going to have a dragon in hand, so great. Dragonlord's Servant makes it easier to get our dragons out. Molten Exhale, again, most likely be able to play this at instant speed because we'll have dragons in hand. Sarkhan, Dragon Ascendant, creates treasure tokens, gets counters. He's just a really good card to use in a dragon's deck. Magmatic Hellkite, is again just a good card, good cost. 4 power, 5 toughness for 4 mana, not bad, and it has the added effect of destroying a a non-basic? Yeah, non-basic land, which can be really good if your opponent has, I don't know, maybe a Cavern of Souls that's keeping you from using Dispelling Exhale or something like that. Get rid of it. They have a land you don't want them to have. Get rid of it. Slows them down for a little bit. Runescale Stormbrood is another one that's counter target spell with mana value 2 or less. For the most part, that's what we're going to be wanting to use this card for. But if we have the mana, we can send it out, and then it gets stronger for every non-creature spell or dragon we play. So, for the turn. Bonehoard Dracosaur is just a solid dragon. 5/5 for 5. It's great. Same thing with Dragonhawk, Fate's Tempest. We have a lot of things that are power 4 or greater. So this gets on the field. That's a lot of free damage. And then Twinflame Tyrant to double all the damage. Oh, and Marang Regent is also just a really good one to throw out if we don't have the mana to play it, but we have some cards we don't want and we need some new cards. Coil and catch. Or if we just want to play it, send it out, and we return 2 non-land permanents to the owner's hand, which is fantastic. The lands in this deck, because a lot of the lands that are currently used by a lot of people are going to be leaving once rotation rolls around. Here's some that aren't. Obviously, your standard islands and mountains. Cori Mountain, Monastery came out with Dragonstorm. Pretty good for this deck, because if you have an island on the field, this will come in, untapped. And like at the end of a match, or at the end of your turn, if there's nothing else you can use your mana for, but you have extra, you can do this: exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play. That's another free card essentially. Restless Spire to deal with deal with sweepers. Riverpyre, just decent, and then Spirebluff Canal. Cavern of Souls, and then Maelstrom the Spirit Dragon. Maybe we search for a dragon, maybe we don't. And finally, Soulstone Sanctuary, because when this hits the field, it's a dragon, including, because it's every creature type. But anyway, that's just a quick overview. Let's give it a shot. I'm really not sure what to expect with this. Hopefully things go well. Always nice to start off a 15-win week with some wins, but you never know. And I really like dragons. I really like dragons, so I always like these decks to do well. If it doesn't, that's okay, but Yeah, no, this is fine. This is fine just because we have a lot of red here. We have 2 Burst Lightning for removal of Sarkhan and a Bonehoard that we can behold to boost up our friend here. No, let's go with this, because this goes in untapped anyway. Yeah, create a treasure token, very nice. Can't really do anything with it because it only takes us to 3. Oh, our opponent is playing dragons as well. Joy. Yeah, no, that's really not good, actually. Because if I can't get anything going quickly enough, we're... Okay, they're playing a little... Putting a little black in there. Interesting. So now their dragons are are going to be stronger? What the heck? I was about to get started. I was about to get started up in here. I'm so sorry. What I was going to do, Cavern of Souls, set it to dragon, obviously play our Bonehoard Dracosaur without getting rid of our treasure token. Attack with our servant, and then, you know, but then we have a dragon on the field, so. But our opponent just decided to concede. I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'll take it. I'll admit, I'm actually not that happy that we were about to go up against another dragon deck. You know, it's just how this matchmaking, like, why does the matchmaking do that? Why do we always, like, either when we're starting off with the new deck, we go up against something that's either the exact same or something that it's a hard counter. It just seems like it happens a lot. I don't know why. But their deck did have a little bit of black into it, so I'm not entirely sure what they were playing. This is a little bit of a brick, but not a terrible one. No, it's not bad because we can get Hellkite out fairly quickly. Bird. Why would you just immediately do odd choice? You're going to lose that secluded courtyard next turn. Just saying. Starting town, that's fine. I'd rather get rid of the courtyard. Yeah, because the starting town hits them for damage if they're not doing colorless, so I'm fine with that. Another Sarkhan, just to hold on to. I guess they could take the damage. Take the damage to do a counter. Guess not. Forest. Interesting. Is this a chocobo deck? Because when they put this in, they set it to bird. So chocobos maybe with the forest. I wouldn't do that. Okay. That gives me more mana to play with doing that. No, don't do my blue like that. Let's do the other Hellkite. So don't you dare tap my blue. I mean, yes, I would have. This could be tapped for blue as well, but I want to be able to do Runescale. Well, it looks like I can't because mana value 2 or less, so that's fine. It's fine. They did Secluded again, so let's... Ooh. No, let's go here. No, I need to get rid of their mana. Yeah, I need to get rid of their... I need to slow them down as best I can. And if they don't have an option, I win next turn. Maybe. Yeah, there's always a chance they have something. And they left me with just one mana, so I can't actually play Runescale. That's fine. You didn't... Okay. What do you have then? Oh, okay. Bard Boko. Because, yeah, it triggers twice. Well done, well done. Yes, well done. Yeah, it triggers twice because of Traveling Chocobo. Yeah, okay. I was kind of hoping... Yeah, I was kind of hoping for something else. So I could do this, that'll be 6 damage, or I could do this, and it'll be 4 damage hitting them in the face. Yeah, let's do this. Oh wait, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Really? Crap, that's unfortunate. That's my fault. That's my fault. Well, actually, it's probably for the best to have done that. Yeah, it's probably for the best to have done that, because now I can play Twinflame next turn. Unless they get rid of my... I mean, if they get rid of Dragonhawk, I don't think they have enough damage. Well, 1 for another Bart. Oh, that gets rid of both of them. That's annoying. It's kind of the sad truth, they might still beat me here. Because they're at 9 damage there. What would I do here? If I can get another land, I could probably do River Regent. Slow them down at least. Or if I get something... I was hoping like, oh, well, that is another land. Not quite what I need. Do that, leaves me with 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need 6. Yeah, I don't... If they have a way of getting rid of Tyrant, I don't see us winning. Alright, good game. Good game, let's call it there. That was kind of an odd birds deck. You know, you don't really see unsummon, you don't see stuff like that in those decks. So, interesting, very interesting. Not too upset that we lost to that. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for the matches today. For the deck, I like it. I like it. I think it performed relatively as well as could be expected. We didn't get in that last match. If we'd gotten some of our removal, if we'd gotten some of our like Burst Lightning, Molten Exhale, if we'd gotten those, we would have won that match. I genuinely think that. But we didn't, and well, that's just how it goes. But yeah, ultimately, I like the deck. So we're going to hold on to it. That is our first rotation-ready deck. I look to be making some more in the future. But that will take, but only time will tell. I'm starting to ramble. So let's wrap this up. If you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you do happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.